So I'm going to show you how to use NEPQ qualifying questions to find out how important it is for that prospect you're talking to change their situation. Because the way a prospect responds to you should either inform you whether or not there is a sense of urgency for them to solve their problem. Because if the need is not important, the prospect may not feel compelled to obviously purchase your solution. Now, there's some training that we can train you with in our virtual training platform that helps you really build that need and build that gap massively, okay, if you're one of our clients. But let's say for some reason you just haven't learned those skills yet. How do you qualify them to see how important it is for them to change their situation? So I'm going to give you an example of how to qualify a prospect so you don't waste valuable travel time, okay, if you have to travel to appointments by car or by plane. I see so many salespeople, it really annoys me. I love you guys. I see so many salespeople waste precious selling time driving hours a day to see a prospect that might not even be qualified financially to buy your solution. I see a lot of real estate agents do this too. Don't do it. You have to do this the right way. Stop doing this now if you want to be at the top. If you want to be a top 1% earner in your industry, you got to stop wasting your time with prospects who can't get the funds, all right? So let me give you this example. Before you make any type of trip, whether it's in car or maybe you're in more of a complex sound environment and you sell B2B and they're asking you to make a flight to present in front of a boardroom, before you make that trip, you have to get smaller commitments from the prospect. Let me give you an example. I'll just role play with myself here, okay? Let's say that you sell some type of software, okay, that has to be, implemented, trained, has to be installed, all that stuff. Let's say you sell like cybersecurity. Just throw that out. We train a lot of companies in that space too, okay? And you're on a phone call or a Zoom. Let's say you've already had 3 or 4 meetings. You're wanting to wrap up the deal. And the prospect says that you're talking to, hey, can you come to our offices in Seattle and do a demo for the owners to see? Hey, can you come to our offices up here in Seattle to do a demo for our board director and our members of the board? Now, what would most salespeople do? Oh, yeah, of course. When can I come? Big mistake. Big mistake. You have to get smaller commitments before you make that trip. So let me show you what you'd ask. Hey, James, this looks really good. The board's really interested. I talked with our CEO, our CFO, our CEO. They're really interested. But they want you to come up to Seattle and do a demo in person to the rest of the board. When can you come up? Well, I possibly could. Now let's suppose I do take my time to fly all the way up to Seattle for a day, and you're able to pull the ownership in and the other decision makers together for us to do a demo in person. And let's say everyone finds that it fits into what they're looking for and it's going to solve the XYZ problems that you guys are having. At that point, what do you see happening next? Now let me repeat what I just said there. Well, I could possibly come. Let's suppose that I do come out to your office for a day and you're able to pull the ownership group and the rest of the board and other decision makers, into, I guess, your conference room for me to do a demo in person. And let's say everyone finds that it fits into what they're looking for and it's going to solve XYZ problems. At that point, where would you want to go from there? Or what do you see happening next? Now, at this point, they're going to give you one of these answers. Oh, we would do business with you for sure. We would just wrap it up and we'd be ready to go. Or they're going to say, well, at that point, we'd have to run it by our committee. It'd have to go through legal, it'd have to go through corporate. There's some other people we'd have to get involved. Or, well, we'd have to see if we could get the budget for it. We've already spent a lot of money this year. Well, we'd have to compare it with what we have with our current vendor that we have now. Or, well, I'm not really sure what would happen. If you get the first response, we would do business with you for sure, then you make the trip and you do the demo. No questions asked. If you get any of the other responses, you should not commit your valuable time and resources because there are too many obstacles in the way over which you have zero control. Before you travel to that prospect, you need to find a way to remove those other obstacles. If you're able to remove them, then you can go. But removing those obstacles will make it much easier for you to get a commitment once you're meeting the prospect face to face, okay? So here's some phrases to use when you're starting your qualifying questions. Let's pretend we could. What if, just suppose that we could. Now imagine for a moment, now let's pretend we could, assuming we were able to, and then at the end of that starter phrase, that lead-in phrase, you're going to say, what do you feel would happen next? Or what do you see happening next? Or what would you want to be the next step? Or where would we go from there? Or what would you want to happen next? Okay? Make sure you go to www.salesrevolution.pro. Go to salesrevolution.pro, salesrevolution.pro. Right when you join the Facebook group, someone on my team or myself will message you a free training called the NEPQ 101 mini course. It's just a list of questions that you can use for different sales situations. That alone will help you some more. And we go live in the Facebook group about 3 to 4 times a week with different trainings like this, different Q&As, and different client interviews that I normally only do in the Facebook group. Listen for a second. You want to start learning skills. You want to be, we have over 7,000 testimonials in the last 26 months. A lot of those are from in your industry as well. We train every industry on planet Earth right now. So if you want to be like our clients who are now making 10 grand a month in commissions, now that they're here consistently, or if you want to start making 15 grand a month in commissions, or you want to start making 20 grand a month in commissions, or 25 grand a month in commissions, if you're already at 25, if you want to learn the skills to go up to 35 or 40 grand a month in commissions, or 50 or 60 grand a month in commissions or more, in the same industry you're in now, doesn't matter what you sell, we train companies and or salespeople or both in every single industry that's watching me right now. I can assure you we're in every industry at this point, okay? Inc. Magazine or the Inc. 5000 list ranked us the #1 fastest growing sales training company the last 2 years in a row. There's probably a reason for that. I don't know. Hopefully. It must work, I guess. I don't really know. Holy cow. All right, so if you want to join the Facebook group, go to salesrevolution.pro. Love you guys. Thanks for being so much. Now, hey, you want to start learning more advanced skills like everybody else, our clients, message me directly. If you're on IG, send me a message right now. I'll respond back. If I don't have time to respond back, I'll have somebody on my team respond back to you. If you're in the Facebook group, send me a message right now. I'll respond back, or I'll have somebody on my team respond back if I don't have time. If you're on LinkedIn, message me right now. I'll message you back, or some of my team, I'll have them message you back. Same thing with TikTok. Just message me directly. Go to salesrevolution.pro. Teflon Tan says salesrevolution.pro. Salesrevolution.pro is the Facebook group join link, all right? If you're on YouTube, you can't message me directly, so just post hashtag NEPQ, which got verified. We just got verified on YouTube. Verified on Facebook and YouTube now.